Hello, guys. So I hope I'm audible. Just write yes if I'm audible. Okay, I think I'm audible. Good evening, everyone. Okay. So I hope you guys are doing fine and you all have revised what we have learned yesterday. Okay. We will wait for 2 more minutes for everybody to join and then we'll start. Are you guys having any doubt in yesterday's session? If yes, you can share it now. Meanwhile, we are waiting for others. You can just. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hi. Good evening. Please ask what's your doubt. If it's a code related doubt, then you can message me on LinkedIn directly. I'll be better able to understand you there when I'll see your whole code. Okay. So we'll just start, guys. We'll just start. When we click on select button, the other options will not be transparent. Yes, using background as transparent will not make the entire drop down transparent. Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, guys, we'll just start. I'll not waste much of your time. Today we have to do a lot of things. So, yes, this is where we left yesterday. Is my screen clearly visible to you guys? Just write yes. Good evening. Is my screen clearly visible to you guys? Just write yes. Okay. I feel it's visible. Okay, guys. So, yesterday, what I was telling you about was clamp. Clamp is where we were stuck, right? We left it. I said I will tell it afterwards, and so today I'm starting from here only, okay? So, clamp. What does the clamp property says is Just give me a second. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. So yesterday I was telling you about clamp. What happens is the clamp helps you to scale your font according to your screen size. So yesterday I wrote here VH, and I have to write VW here. You have to write VW here. VW is for viewport width and VH is for viewport height. And I want it to scale with my width and not with my height. So you just have to make a small correction here, and your text will be scaling now. Your text will be scaling now. So clamp tells on screens maximum you can grow is 4 rem, minimum you can grow is 2 rem, and it is browser dependent. So that is why I have included 3 fields in it. Okay, so if I am scaling my screen, it will stop to what I have marked as the maximum. It will go to the smallest of what I have marked in the first field, and it is browser relative, so it will increase with the size of browser. So that is how you can use a very super cool property. This makes the font responsive. And guys, we have not even used media queries. You might have heard of media queries. They are used for making things responsive. But with using just clamp property here in font size, you can make the font responsive. Okay, so maximum it will scale is this, the third field. The minimum it will scale is this field. Okay. So, guys, you were having like you must be having something in mind, like how we will calculate this value 5 viewport height. So let me be very frank. Many developers just toggle this value. They try many different values and set this. But what you can do is you can just check. You can just check. I'll just open the site. What you can do is you can just check what is the maximum size of this font when my with my browser's maximum size. So when the size of my browser is maximum, let's say 1600 px, then what is the size of this font, right? When the size of my browser is maximum, what is the size of my font? You just have to divide both and then multiply it by 100. Okay, you just have to divide both, multiply by 100, and you'll get a value near it. It might not be exactly this. You have to toggle the values, I'm telling you again, to adjust the proper value you need it for here. I hope you are able to understand and I'm clear. Okay, so I feel I'm clear. So okay. So now just come directly to designing the next part, which is this email and this button. So this right here, this box is actually called the input box, which helps us to take the input from the users. Okay, so in HTML, this is called the input tag. So what I'm going to do is inside my hero, I'm going to make another container and I'm going to name it dot center buttons. Okay, I'm going to name it dot center buttons, right? Inside the dot center buttons, I'm just going to write two things. First is a box in which we can take the input of the users. Type I'm going to specify as email because the type of the text that is going to be entered inside the box is email. Placeholder stands for when you have written nothing inside the box, then what will be seen by default? What will be seen by default? So you guys can see in the Netflix site as well, in the placeholder it's written email address. So you guys can write the email address inside the placeholder and you just close the input tag. This is our input tag. The next tag which we are going to make, the next thing which we are going to make is a button. So I'm going to make a button tag, and let's give it a class. Let's give it a class because I'm going to design this, and it might be possible that other buttons would be available, right? So what I'm going to name it as button gs, button gs, right? I'm going to name it as button gs, and I'm just going to write whatever is written inside. Get started is written, so I'm going to write get started, and then I'm going to close this container button. I hope everyone is on the same page as with me till here, and there's no doubt to anyone. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear? Just confirm and we'll move on. Okay, I guess it's clear. I think it's clear. I hope I'm clear, guys. I think the chat is a bit slow. Okay, I now see yes, ma'am. Okay, so now let's just design this part. Okay, let's just put styling to this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make I'm just going to write dot center button, which is the name of my class, right? Which is the name of my class? No, the name of my class is dot center buttons. You have to pay attention to these little details because these are what these are what are responsible for making mistakes. Okay, okay. So I'll write. I'm going slow as much as possible. If you guys still feel I'm too fast, then you guys can tell me in the comments. Okay. So let's start by setting the position to relative. Why relative? Because I want a little movement in these buttons. Okay, I want a little movement in these buttons. But one question before I apply any styling further, one question to you guys is, why do you guys think that these buttons are appearing like this? Have I set anything right now? Have I set display flex or something? Why are they aligning like this right now? Why are they aligning side by side? Can you guys guess why are they being aligned side by side? I have already told you the reason. So the thing is, guys, the thing is, I have told you in HTML, some elements are by default block, some are inline, some are inline block. So these elements are inline block, and that is why they are appearing by default like this. Okay, they are appearing by default like this. And why is it appearing under them? Why is it appearing under them? Because it's inside the hero, and in the hero I have applied display flex to column. That is why they are appearing underneath it. So I hope these little details are being cleared in your mind. I'm just going to give a little top so that these buttons can slightly shift down. Yes, it's fine now. What I'll do is next, I will give a gap between them. A gap between them. Okay. So let's give a gap. But guys, you saw this gap property doesn't works here. This gap property didn't work here. Right? This gap property is not working here. Why? Because I need to give a display flex to it before specifying the gap. Okay. The gap property works with the display flex. Next, what I'm going to do is, you guys can see when I'm collapsing the screen, these buttons are getting weird. What I want is, I want a similar effect like Netflix. What I want is, when I'm collapsing the screen, these buttons must get on the top of each other, like Netflix is doing. So I'm just going to write another property, which is flex wrap, and I'll set it to wrap. Okay, so these buttons should have become responsive, and yes, guys, you can see they are wrapping now. Okay, now to align them correctly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to specify the further properties like align items. One more thing, guys, one more thing as well. You must have noticed that these are appearing of the same height, and I have not even told them to appear of the same height. So, another thing here is when these two buttons are inside the flex container now, the by default value of align items is stretchy. There's some property stretch. I don't remember. Yes, it's stretch. By default, the align items is stretch. That is why they are taking up the whole space. But now I'm going to set it to the center, and also I'm going to change justify content to center. Justify content to center. Fine. I think till here nobody is having doubt. Okay. Till here you guys are clear and there is no doubt. I'll just open this in the yes, you will get the code, don't worry about that. Just let me complete the website first and then you'll get the code. But it's better if you guys try it by yourself. Okay, it's better you guys try it by yourself. I hope I'm clear. Just there is a little network issues, I think. Fine. Okay, I hope it's fine. Also, one thing I like to tell you guys, I'm not focusing a lot on just copying everything. Okay, I'm not into making the fixed thing. Like, I'm not into making the exact size, I'm not into making exact what it looks like. I'm more focusing on the properties, and so that you guys can just implement these properties when you are making your own website, when you are guys making your own portfolio. Okay, so just focus more on properties rather than setting the exact whatever the size I want exact. No, just focus on the properties more. Okay, let's just start styling the let's just start styling the buttons one by one. First, let us style the dot email. Is it having any class? Yes, it is having a class dot email, and inside this dot email I'm just starting with the easiest thing, guys. I'm going to set the background color to transparent so that the background of this box appears transparent, but it's not. Let me just see why it's happening. It's fine. Mm, okay, I think I have not given any class. This is the type. I was confused between the class and the type. I'll just give input to it, and don't put a dot in the front, guys. You actually know why. Okay. Now, the second easy thing, what you can do is you can just set the color to white. You can just set color to white. I'll just move it a little bit so that it's visible to you guys. I cannot move that box. Okay, it's a default layout. I cannot move that. I'll just put this little bit up so that the box doesn't hinder you. Okay, guys. So when I'm setting the color white, what will happen? Does the email address gets white? No, guys, it's not the font. It's a placeholder. What will this do is the font I'm writing inside this will become white. So this is for setting the font inside as white. Now let's set the width and the height so that it looks something like this. What I'm going to do is, guys, there is an extension. You can download it. It's Measure It extension, and it helps to take some accurate extensions. I'm having it. You just download it into your Chrome browser and just enable it from the extensions tab here. Okay, just try measuring this. The laptop is getting slower. Just bear with me. Okay, I am approximately calculating out the size. Okay, you guys can, of course, you are developers, you guys can start by setting some random value and then can toggle it when you are making your website. But for here, let's just see what are the sizes used by Netflix. So you guys can see the height is almost 51 pixels, right? Height is almost 51 pixels. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to convert, let's take it 50 pixels to viewport height. How much is 50 pixels to viewport height? Just convert 50 pixels to viewport height. And guys, 50 pixels to viewport height is almost 6.25. And as I already told you, you can divide it by setting some maximum width of the browser. Okay, so it's 6.25. Let's use 6. Let's use 6. So let's set the height first. Let's set it to 6 viewport height. Okay, and yes, it's 6 viewport height now, and it will also be 6. Okay, look guys, it's 6 viewport height now. What's Let's just do is, we just now put some width. We now just put some width. The width on here is 438 pixels. Again, you use the converter or you can just divide by yourself. Just convert 430 pixels, 430 or 430 pixels to viewport width. Okay, you guys have to be very clear about viewport height and when to set viewport width. So it's approximately 22.4 viewport width. Let us just go and set our viewport width as our width. Fine. What has happened, guys? What has happened? Now my box looks fine. It looks a little bit like the one on Netflix. I'm saying again, I'm not going to make it exactly like this. So I'll just show you one thing. So you guys can see the size of the box is again, responsive, and it is shrinking and growing with increase and decreasing in the width of the screen, right? Because the width is viewport width, right? It will shrink and decrease with the screen. But guys, don't doesn't it looks like too small when I am just viewing it on phone? Doesn't it looks too small? What I'm going to do is I'm going to set how much it can grow and shrink. Okay, I'm going to set boundaries to it and I'm going to tell how much you can grow and shrink. So that purpose, I have already told you the clamp. Okay, I'm using the clamp. You guys can just start by putting, what was the viewport width? Okay, you guys can just start by putting any random, like I want it to be 200 pixels when the screen is of the smallest size. Okay, now here the viewport width is this much. I want it to grow relative to my screen. Right, I want it to grow relative to my screen. And at the last value, I'm just going to again set a random value, let's say 500 pixels. And it should grow maximum to it. Okay, it should become maximum to this value. And it should not grow more than that. So I think I have to refresh the page. And guys, you just see at a particular point, the box has stopped shrinking its height. Again, I'm saying you can adjust and tweak the values to actually make it look like the Netflix site, but I'm not going to invest time in that. I'll just focus on telling you other important things. So, border. I'm going to set a border. Let's make it to 1px. Let's set the type of the border as solid and color of the border as gray. Now your box will appear like this. Okay, so I have changed the border. And guys, the box here looks a little bit like a little bit curved. So for that, I have already told you what is the property you can use. You just use the border radius. Let's just give it a border radius of 0.25 rem to start. We can adjust later. So with 0.25 rem, this looks like this, and it doesn't bother me. It's looking just fine. It's looking fine. Okay, I hope till here there's nothing to worry about and everything is just going fine. Fine, guys. Just write yes and we'll move on. I hope it's clear to everyone. Okay, guys. So if I turn my mic off in between, just excuse me because I'm having a little sore throat today. Okay. Yesterday, someone told my voice was good, and now look the effect, guys. Just kidding. Okay. So now let's just style the button. Okay. So I am going to write the name of the name of the class. I hope yes, it's button capital B dash GS, and I've exactly named it right. Now I'm going to set a background color as red. Let's set the background color to red. And yes, it has turned red. Let's change the color inside, and I will write color to white. This will change my font color. Okay, guys. So the text, this, the the sides, the walls look like they are just too much pushing my text. I'll just give a little padding, 0 for the top and the bottom, and for the second value for the left and the right, I'm just going to mention, let's say 1 rem. Let's see how this looks. And yes, it's fine. It's fine. There's no issue. It is looking fine. Next, I'm just going to change the border. Let's set the border 1px. Again, solid as the type of border and gray as the color of our border. Let's just set the font size. Let's just set the font size. For the font size, again, I'm setting like a random value. Let's set it to 1 rem first, and let's see how this looks. how this looks. It's fine. It's fine. I can just make a little bit bigger. Let us make 1.5 rem, and it's fine. And it has also grown to the size of the box without even doing anything. Right, guys? But let's just not. Let's just see what is on the Netflix size. It is not that big. I'm going to make it to 1.05 rem. Let's see. It's fine. Now just set to font weight. Let's set font weight, which is the boldness of the font. Right, it will now turn a little bit bolder. Let's set to height again. I am setting the same height as 6VH only. So my content, this button and this, my input and this button looks the same size. So I'm setting the same as what I have set above. And also I'm just going to copy the border radius, and I'm going to set the same value for the border radius as well. And guys, you can just see we have pretty much fulfilled the goal what we were trying to do. Right, guys, we have fulfilled the goal of what we were trying to do. It is somewhat close to the input box. If you feel the gap is less, you can increase it. I already said I'm not focusing on the layout too much, just focusing on properties, so that you guys can use these properties in your own websites. Right, our goal is not to copy Netflix, guys. We don't have to be exact like them. Okay, guys, let's just let me just tell you one another important thing. Let me just tell you one important property. Give me a minute. I'll open the Figma file. Hmm. So this is a very important property which we are going to use in the starting of, like, many YouTube videos. You must have seen like YouTubers writing padding 0, margin 0, and border box, box, what they set, box sizing, border box. Okay, they said these three things in the starting as well. So what does setting these things means? So with border box, what happens? With border box, what happens? It will include everything inside the width and the height specified for the box. Okay, with using border box property for box sizing, everything will fit inside the height and the width set for the element. But if I'm not using the border box, if I'm setting border box as none, then I'm just using the content box, right? I'm just using the content box. This content box will only cover the height of the content. So it will not take care of the padding and the margin. Even if I'm setting the height as 30 pixels, for example, of this box, it will not appear 30 pixels. Why? Because my padding could affect the height. Right, my padding, the border radius, all these things could affect my height. But if I'm setting border box, if I'm setting box sizing border box, then it will cover everything, the padding, the everything inside the width and the height mentioned. And without border box, it just covers the height of the content and the box, the what can look. I will give the source code, don't worry about that. Okay, the box could look a little bit off the size you are mentioning. So we use border box, right, to just exactly set the size, and so that the padding doesn't affect anything, the total width and height. So I'm just setting the box sizing as border box. Okay, the box sizing as border box. Fine guys, let's just move to what's next. This, we are going to make this guys. This is a what? This is looking like an effect, right? Let's make this effect. Whatever the Netflix is using, let us now jump to that. So guys, what I'll do is I'll just make another class outside my main. Okay, I'm making another class this time outside the main, and I'm writing the name as bottom curve. Okay, let's name it as bottom curve. Just look at this guys. I will just remove my profile. uh Wait just a second. I think just tell me if I'm audible now, guys. Just tell me if I'm audible now. I am not muted. Okay, guys, I feel I'm audible now. Am I audible now, guys? I hope I'm audible. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, guys, fine, fine, fine. Let's just continue. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. So where were we? Okay, we were creating a border. So I'm setting the size of the border as 4 pixels, solid, and let's set the color as red. Let's set the color as red. Now, very important guys, just pay attention to this. Border radius. I'm going to give a border radius of 100%, 100%, 0px and 0px. Just look what just happened. Just pay attention to what just happened. The line is appearing a little curve. Let me just give you a little more clarity. I'll just set a height of 100 px, and you guys will be able to see what's the deal. What's the deal? We have made a box, and we just have done is we have just curved. We have just curved this top line of this box. Okay, we have just curved the top side of the box by using this, by using border radius 100, 100, 0 and 0. This is very interesting, guys. Just pay attention to it. We are going to do what Netflix is doing for the effect, and I'm going to explain you each and everything, so just be patient. Let's set the width to 100%. This means even when I'm scaling my screen, the thing is just scaling with my screen. Okay, the thing is just scaling with my screen. Let's now, okay, let's now go to the Netflix site and bring the effect which is here. That is called the radial effect. What is it called? The radial descent. You will see when I search the radial gradient. Radial descent is an AI, I think. Yeah, it's radial gradient effect. Okay, so this will give this effect, but how? Just look. I'll just set the same background here as Netflix site, and I have just copied it. But what are all these values, guys? What are all these values? If you guys will not understand this, then it will become a little unclear for you. It will become a little black box for you. So let us just understand what these values are. Let's just understand what these values are. So I will just open the Figma file. Mm, I'll just make a new diagram for you guys to explain you. What is happening is, I'll just draw a box and color it as green. Let me explain you what is happening. So the just pay attention to the fields. The first field is 50%, 500%. Okay, 50% and 500%, they are being used for the width and the height. So when I say, first of all, the default shape is eclipse. So the default shape of radial gradient is eclipse. That is why I have not that is why it is not written any shape here, because the default shape is eclipse. Just make an eclipse. Just make an eclipse, and I'm going to give it a different color so that it appears for you. So I have not set the first thing to anything. That means the shape is eclipse. 50% means it will acquire 50% of the box. It will acquire 50% of the browser. You can say the browser. It is acquiring 50% of the browser. Next, at 50% minus 420%. 50% and minus 420% are the coordinates. 50% means move it to 50% here. So it's on the center of x-axis, right? It is on the center of x-axis. Next, minus 420% means I have to take it to the top. Minus 420% means I have to take it very much to the top. But since the height is so large, it's 500%. So you guys can just guess what is going to happen. So it will appear like this. It will appear like this because the height is too large. And I have sent this to very top, like minus 420 pixels is very top up to the y-axis. Okay, I hope it's clear till here. I hope it's clear till here. Okay, next we are having two effects. One, I have two colors mentioned here, guys. Pay attention. I have two colors mentioned here. It is saying 80%. This color 80%. The three values are for setting the color, and the fourth field in this bracket is just setting the opacity of the color. It's just setting the opacity. Okay. And what is this 80% doing is, what is this 80% doing? It is saying that start from the radius and just span 80% of this eclipse. So I'm just going to make another container. I'm going to make another container, and just you guys have to pay attention to the this part. Okay, you guys have to pay attention to the last part. It will be of the same size as the container, don't worry about that. Just pay attention to this part, right? The bottom neat part. Just set it to blue. It is something blue, so I'm just going to set the color of this to blue. So from the radius 80% it's blue, and the rest it is saying, what is the rest part saying? 100%. So the rest is black. So the rest is black. So I'm just going to make this black. 100% is black. So guys, what is this? What have I just made? Is this clear to you? What I have just made, guys? What I have just made? Imagine this is like the bottom curve we have just created. This is the bottom curve we have just created, and you will find Netflix is using this similar effect. Blue here, black everywhere else. So this is just nothing but using these things, right? At the back end these things are taking place. Okay, so I hope it's clear. 50% means occupying 50% of the height, of the width, and 500% is the height, so it's very long. At 50% minus 420 is the positions. We are setting that curve, that eclipse, into such position that it is, this is the bottom of the eclipse, guys. This is the bottom of the eclipse we have made, and Netflix uses it so beautifully. It sets the values like this. The bottom of the eclipse is just here, and all the other part is not visible to us. Right, guys? This is how gradient descent effect is being used here. Okay, I hope it's clear. I hope I'm not sounding gibberish to you right now. Are you guys able to imagine what is happening here? Are you guys able to imagine the thing? This is the bottom of the eclipse we have created. See how beautifully Netflix is implementing this effect. Right. You guys can just go and explore many gradients. Many gradient descents. Or not gradient descents. Why I'm just writing descent again and again. It's just AI. What was that? It's radial gradient. Radial gradient. Radial gradient. Okay, and you guys will find different you can just set different properties, and you will find the CSS for the gradients. Okay, you guys can explore different websites here, and you guys can even set your own gradients, okay, for your website if you are making it someday. I hope you guys are doing that. Okay, guys, let's just move ahead. I think this is clear. I think this is clear. Let us just move ahead. Okay, guys. Okay. Now, what's next? What I'm going to do next? I have to remove this, right? I have to just keep this, and I'm removing all the other things. So, just do border left as none. Just do border right as none. Just do border bottom as none. and everything will disappear. Only the top will be visible to us, guys. Only the top is visible to us. Now you can just go and make the main, the main, you know, the body or everything as black. If you want to make everything as black, just go and set background color as black. And it's fine, guys. It is giving a similar effect like Netflix. And for just making it a little bit more exact like that, I can do is I can make this background more opaque. I can just make this background more black. So I can just increase the opacity. Where is it? You guys can just go and search by pressing Control F, and you guys can just go and search for box, and it will take you to the box, right? It will take you to the box. And let's make it more opaque. Let's increase it to 74. Let's just do it to 74. And guys, it's not bad. It's just not bad. And we have achieved what we have wanted to create. Right, guys? Is everything clear till here? Need to make all movies poster curved? I Are you asking? Are you telling? Is that a question? This I have done this to just create this effect, guys. Further things we are going to do later. Just focus on this effect. Movie poster also we are going to do today only. Please show. We can comment out border element in bottom curve. Are you talking about which element? I'm not able to understand your question. This one? This one? You can't comment it out. This is what is giving the red line effect. This is what is giving the red line effect, and border radius is for curving the red line. Okay? How to decrease size of the box? Uh, you can see the gradient descent property. Meanwhile, here is the gradient descent property, and source code will be uploaded. Uh, Positioning से possible हो सकता है मैम. I said you can try with anything, guys. Just, you are developers, you are smart, you just go and try out. This was just my way. And it's radial gradient and not gradient descent. It's radial gradient. Okay, guys? Okay. Okay, let's just move ahead, and today we'll create the card section. What will happen, guys? What will happen is these cards will be coming from the backend. So I'm not going to hard code every image inside these cards. Okay, we'll bring these images from the backend. Right now, I'm just going to make placeholders. I'm now going to make the placeholders. One more thing you can do is if you find that your site is not like it should be here. The effect should come a little bit up. Then you can just decrease the height of the main. Right, you can just go and decrease the height of the main a little bit. Let's just first examine what we should put the height of the main, and it's 100 vh. Let us decrease it to 99. Let's just decrease it to 90 vh. 90 vh, and it will look fine. So how about I just go and decrease the size of my main to 90 vh. Let's just go and decrease the size of the main to 90 vh. Instead of 100 vh, I'm going to do 90 vh. 909 nahi, 90 vh. It's fine. It's fine. Is Are things being clear to you guys? I hope. Why are you guys in hurry to just go? Just wait. Just wait for a second. What you guys can try is, you can just try putting it inside the main as well. Okay, you can just try putting it inside the main as well, and just see what happens. Okay, you try different things out. Just go and practice by yourself different things, see how they are looking, because it is how you will learn. Okay, it is how you will learn. Let's just start making the card section. Let's just start making the card section now. After the bottom curve, I'm going to make a card section container. Inside the card section container, I'm going to first make a heading like this. Okay, just set the heading. Let's just use the h3 tag and make it trending now. Let's write trending now, and I'm going to close this h3 tag. Attendance, I will give attendance. The bottom curve is for some reason appearing on top of the page. Yes, it will. You have to set some, the top for it. You have to set some margin top for it and bring it to the correct position. Just set it the height after the main. Okay, just set it just make it position that it appears after the main. So you know what you have to do. Just tweak it according to the height of main. Okay, let's now just go and make another container inside which I'm going to put my card. Let's just name it card container. Okay, let's just name it card container. Okay, guys. So if you're having doubts, just ask me on the LinkedIn, and you have another class, you can just go and attend that class, and you can just see it later. It's also available on YouTube, guys. If you are not comfortable attending now, it's fine. You can just attend the recorded ones. It's fine. Attendance will be, I'll be giving the attendance sheet. Just be patient. I'm about to end the class, don't worry. I'm just telling the card section. Let's just make a few cards. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write div class, and what I am going to do is I'm just going to give it a main card class, a main card class, and I'm writing card 1, and just see what I'm doing. Okay, just first observe, and then I'm going to tell you what is happening. Just create multiple main cards. Okay, just create cards like these, and what I'm doing is I'm putting a common class, main card class, and I'm making a nested class which is going to be different in each case. Okay, so I'm having a common card called main class card. Why I have made this main card class as common is I will just edit the properties for main cards. I will just set the width and height for the main card, and it will get applied to all my cards. That is the reason I have used nested class system here. I have just written the main card as the main class, and I have given different names to the other classes. Right? Let's just go and make let's just go and style these cards. Let's just first get into the card container, guys. Let's just set the container card container, and I'm going to set it to what? I'm going to set it to display flex. I'm just setting it to display flex. Okay, I'm just setting it to display flex. Right now anything won't be visible. So I'll just do is I'll just go to the main card class, and let us just do the same thing. Let us just do the thing what we have done with the width, so that our cards will be responsive and will scale. Okay, so you guys just you can use that tool, or you can just go and inspect the sizes of these cards. Right, you can just inspect the sizes of these cards. Right click on the cards, and you will see a size. Right, the size will keep changing when I am playing with the screen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set let us see how much it is scaling. 140. Does it get smaller than this? Okay, guys, it is getting smaller. 112. So let's just say the smallest you can go is the smallest you can go is what? The smallest you can go is 120 px. Let's use clamp. I have already told you what's the use of clamp. The smallest you can go is 120 px, and the largest you can go is, it was 180, I think it was around 180. I'll set it just 200. I'll just set it 200. And when you will if you want to set the mid property, then what you guys will have to do, just divide this with the maximum screen height, and I think 200 divided by, let's say, 1600 into 100. Let me just calculate quickly. 200 divided by 1600, it's around 12.5. I think it's around 12.5. Yeah, it's around 12.5. You guys can just start by setting 13, then 14, then 15, and play around with it. Let's just set to 15. Viewport height. Do we guys have to set viewport height or viewport width? Guys, just tell me, do we guys have to set the viewport height or viewport width? What do you guys think? What will I do is I'll just circulate the attendance form, and those who are like in a hurry can fill out that form. Just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. Ram said it right. VW. Yes. I hope. Yes, Ram said it right. Samuel. I hope that's the pronunciation. You are also saying right. Hmm. Let me just search for the attendance form. And I have sent the attendance form and I have pinned for you guys as well. So just keep filling the form and meanwhile keep listening to what I'm teaching as well. Okay, guys, I'll just share my screen again. I will just take 4 5 minutes more. I don't think I can extend more than that as well. Just be patient, guys. And I hope that I am audible as well as my screen is visible. It's just 1 hour. It has been just 1 hour. VW, yes, VW is the right option. Viewport height, no, viewport width. Yes, tomorrow is JavaScript as well. You will have to apply JavaScript to these cards so that it will give a scroll effect. It will give a scroll effect. I'm going to tell you how to do that, but tomorrow. Today we are just going to make the cards. I hope it is clear till here. The width would not be visible. Let me just set the height first. Uh, let's just do one thing. Instead of setting height, I'm just going to tell you about aspect ratio. What this aspect ratio will do, that I'll just set it to 2 by 3. Now it will automatically scale up my height. I will not set the height, I will say whatever my width is, just keep my width to height ratio as 2 by 3. No matter what my width is, just keep width to height ratio as 2 by 3. Okay, just keep width to height ratio as 2 by 3. Whatever my width is, just keep the width by height ratio as 2 by 3. Next, I'm going to specify a background color. So at least you guys can see what's what does the card looks like. And okay, it is looking like this now. What is happening is I have not given any gap between them. Let me just give a little gap, 20 pixels. I hope it's not very much. Let us reduce it to 10 pixels, guys. And okay, it's fine. It's fine. And it's scaling as well. As you guys can see, it is scaling with the screen as well. Fine, it is scaling with the screen. Okay, so it's scaling with the screen as well. Again, guys, you can just set whatever the height and width you want to set. There's no compulsion in that. Now next I'm going to give a border radius so that my cards have a little curved border. I'm going to give it 1 rem. Let's just start with 1 rem. 1 rem has been the favorite number. What are you unable to understand? Just write what are you unable to understand. The particular thing which you're not able to understand, I'll explain it again. Link not working? Link is working fine, guys. I have checked the link, it's working fine. It's working fine. Okay, really, linear gradient is a function that creates a smooth transition between two or more colors along a straight line. Yes, guys, it does. For that, you have to create just two effects. One is the linear gradient, and the other is gradial one. Okay, other is the second one. You have to create two effects on here. You just go and try that as well. If there is problem in that, just send me the picture and I'll help you out with that. You guys can try doing that as well. Okay, I will share the code at the last. Not today, but when the classes will be completed, I'll share the code then. Just put the position as relative. If I have to move these cards little by chance, that is why I'm setting this to relative. Let's just set one more thing, guys. Let's just set a hover effect dot main card, and I'm going to write colon hover, and this will create a hover effect. How? I'm just going to use a property name transform, right? Transform scale. I'm going to give it a scale. Let's give it a scale of 1 rem. Let's just give it a scale of 1.5 rem to test. 1.5 rem. Okay, so you guys can see it will give a hover effect. Let's just mm, I think it's a little bit slow. Don't worry about the hover effect, it will work, don't worry. It's just something is off right now. I think it's my network or something. Let's just do one thing. Let's just do one thing as well. Let's just try giving it a transition function, and this transition function is like doing a little bit animation. So I'm just telling it that I have a transform. Just make it to 0.3 second and just make the effect as ease. Just make the effect as ease. The buttons are not scaling. I think there's some issue. Yes, I will teach you how you can link the database as well. You will be using Mongo. Blue chloro box showing entire page bottom. I don't get what you want to say. Guys, you can just try and it will work. Just don't worry and try. It will work. Okay? Right now it is not being so because of some issues. Let's just put another property and try. I'm going to put flex shrink. I'm going to put flex shrink as 0. What will this do is, what will this do is, it will prevent my cards from shrinking it too much. Okay, it will prevent my cards from reducing their width and height very much. Okay, with the help of flex shrink, I can prevent them shrinking. Although I was having clamp, the clamp was doing the same, right? It was doing the same. It is helping to prevent us from shrinking to a particular width. After a particular width, we cannot shrink. That is what the clamp do. But still it might happen that your cards try to occupy the flex container. They would try, the flex container would push them. So it might happen that the flex container might push them. So just set this and it will force the cards to not go beyond a particular width. It will force the cards to not go beyond a particular width. Fine, guys. I think we have done enough for today. What we are going to do tomorrow is we are going to make the other elements of the page. Oh, right. We have to remove this rem from the scale property. What it is doing here. Right. Yes. Yes. Now the hover effect is working. And if you feel it's too much, you guys can reduce. Of course, you can play with it. Right. Try reducing them and you will see 1.02. Let's put 1.02. And yes, you guys are able to see a little bit hover effect. Right, a little bit hover effect. Yes, guys. So for today, we'll just let it be till here only. And okay, for today, let us just pause it here. Tomorrow, what we are going to do is we are going to make a scroll effect, and we are going to make another, we are going to make other. Yes, I have implemented what you said, 1.02. Yes, and then we are going to make the other elements. For today, we'll just end the classes here. You guys can also go and have your dinner. Consa code, like you want to see the CSS, let me show you. This is the code. Okay. If you want to see the HTML file, I will send the code. Don't worry about that. I will just send the code. Okay. Login.html, we are not going to go into making the components, the everything of it. Like we are not going to go and make sign in. You can just do it by yourself, or you can just ask the cursor AI, which we are going to use in the last class, to do that for you. So it's completely your choice. Ma'am, would you teach us how we can? Yes, I already told you that I'm going to teach you. To teach you, I will teach you what database you can use for which type of project. Don't worry about that. We are just going to link the database and bring these images. You guys have to fill the attendance form before you go. I'll just show you the CSS code. Just fill the attendance form before you go so that you guys can certificate. You guys can get the certificate if you're here for that only. But if you're here to learn, just tell me if there's doubt in anything, or is everything clear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. We started with 350 students, I remember, and in the first classes, and now it has reduced to 100. So I see these 100 people are just the one who are sitting with dedication every time and like seriously learning something. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you are also implementing, just making something of your own side by side. Guys, I have not posted the code anywhere, Ravi, right now. You will get this code at the end of when the boot camps end. Thanks for 2 day, ma'am. It's day 3. Okay, if you are thanking me for the previous 2 days, thank you. If you guys have filled the attendance form, you guys can just leave. If you are asking any query, then just ask. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Okay, okay. Thank you, guys. Can I share my LinkedIn profile? It's in the description box, guys. Just check out the description box. You will find the LinkedIn profiles of the co-founders as well. Just go and tell them how you like the course. Just follow them as well. And if you are having doubts, you can just ask me. Thank you so much. Also, guys, just give a rating. What do you think I should improve? Okay. Yesterday, someone gave me a rating saying I should include PPT's explanation. I will also implement that. But today I was having just a little thing, like a little property to explain, nothing else. So I just explained you using the file only. So, guys, you will get the code, but if you are saying I will just scroll it from the starting, you guys can just see. Bye, everyone. Bye. Have a good night. You guys can have dinner if you were sitting like hungry. Tomorrow, please, guys, I'm telling you, tomorrow you have to sit with a lot of patience, because tomorrow, what is the main thing which we are going to do, which is the JavaScript implementation, right? Tomorrow is literally a very important class. Yes, JS. I will tell you the places. I'm not going to explain you JS from the core level itself. I'm just going to tell you how it is being implemented here and how you can implement it too for similar effects, right? If I will go into the depth of JavaScript telling you each and everything, then it will take a lot of time, right? I'm not having that much time. So yes, I'm just going to tell you how to implement JavaScript. I will follow a similar pattern for what I was using for CSS, right? So I was writing something and then explaining the property, and this is what I'm going to follow. Thank you so much, Abhi. Thank you, ma'am. The trending now word should be visible, right? Yes, you just change the font color. You just set the color to white and it will be visible. Good night, everyone. Good night. You guys can just go and have your dinner and come tomorrow with patience. Okay? How many hours for tomorrow's class? I don't know actually. It can scale up to 2 hours, guys. It can scale up to 2 hours, and I will give you a break in between if you guys want. So just tell me whenever you need the break, and I'll give you the break. You just, if you can't, just sit continuously. Good night, good night. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session as well. Just keep giving the reviews every day so I can know where I'm going wrong, guys. Okay, bye bye. Bye, everyone. Have a nice dinner. You too. Ha, it is not visible because it is not having any color set to it. Just set the color to white and it will be visible. 2 hours is okay. Okay. We'll see it tomorrow, guys. We'll see it tomorrow if 2 hours is. Thank you so much, Aniruddha. Can you share your screen? I am not sure if you can do that here. Just send me the code to LinkedIn, guys. I'll just solve your queries there. Bye, everyone. You can now leave and just go and have dinner. You send your code to me, Ravi, on my LinkedIn. I'm using Zorin OS, if you are wondering. It it just it's just having this background, and I'm using it just for the look and feel. I just like it. It was giving me a vibe of Mac. I was so that's why I'm using Zorin OS. It's Linux. What's the doubt? Just ask me the doubt, guys. Scroll down. LinkedIn is in the description. LinkedIn is in the description. Thank you, ma'am, for this insightful session. Thank you, engineers Thought, for your presence. Deployment is free or not? Guys, if you want to deploy your site, if you want to deploy your Netflix site, first of all, be careful. Just write it's a test site, or you just write it's a sample site so that you avoid copyright. If you want to deploy the site, you guys can just go and check out Cyclic, and there are many other deployment platforms. You guys can just go check them out, right? You guys can just go and check them out. There are a lot of deployment platforms. Yes, ask me the doubt, Lakshmi. Deployment is free, and in many platforms, they will give you a time limit as well, like you can deploy for 2 months and so and so. Okay, guys, I hope everything is clear. Look, guys, I'm just scrolling it. You guys will get the code. Why to worry about that? And main thing is you have to do it by yourself. Right? Main thing is you have to do it by yourself. Yes, the options will not be transparent. Guys, you can just see the Netflix is also using non-transparent option. But if you want, I will tell you tomorrow. I can tell you tomorrow, guys. Now let's just end the classes. It's late already. You guys can go and have dinner as well. Okay, guys. Ma'am, can you again explain the background of our website is visible? Why is there problem? Can you explain? Background of your site is visible. I am not able to understand your question, guys. Like, what is your question? I'm not able to understand. Rest you can ask on LinkedIn, guys. I will just end today's class. It's already late. So, thank you everyone for attending. I hope to see you guys with the same enthusiasm tomorrow. Fine, guys. Let's just meet tomorrow. I'm ending the session now. See you tomorrow. I will show you the code tomorrow. Okay, I'll tell you tomorrow, Lakshmi. Just ending the session for now. It's already late, and actually, I have to do something important as well. So, yes, guys, let's see you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.